Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Driving to work, just a little commute. Got a little hour and a half, 2 hour commute. Figured I'd take you with me for a little while. We're on St. Claude Avenue, 9th Ward. Made a nice little recovery. Most of the main highways, you know, the main streets are came back a lot since Katrina. But if you turn left or right, mostly left. If you turn left from here towards the inner city, it's a lot of still devastation. But towards the right is it made a nice recovery towards the river. The river's to my right, to our right. But yeah, they made a nice recovery. A nice younger crowd seems to be taking over the area and fixing up the houses and stuff left over from devastation of Katrina. Look at that, 9th Ward. Yep, that's where we at. Never seen that graffiti before. It's pretty nice looking graffiti, actually. But yeah, we're headed toward the industrial canal. It's a little drawbridge, I guess you'd call it. They raise it up, let the ships go through. Oh Lord. But yeah, this industrial canal connects the river to the lake. To my right here will be the river. You can't really see it. This bridge has got to be long, very many years old. Very many. I couldn't catch the year, but it's got to be 50, 60 years old at least. Probably more like 70, 80 years old. Headed towards Chalmette, St. Bernard Parish. I decided to take this way to work because I didn't want to deal with the high-rise bridge traffic heading out, 5 o'clock traffic out of the city. It's usually a disaster. So I decided to go this way. I mean, it's a lot. It's probably 10 more miles, 10 or 15 more miles to go through Chalmette. But there's no traffic. Should be no traffic at least. This is what they call the lower 9th Ward, way on the eastern side of the industrial canal, and this is the lower 9th Ward. They got plenty feet of water. I'm gonna take this to Paris Road, because once you pass Paris Road, there's nothing but end of the world and God's country, they call it. Oh, that was Claude Avenue. I should have taken you to see Fats Domino's house, see if it was still there. That's the street that Fats Domino lived on, at least until Katrina. I'm not sure about after Katrina, but he lived on Claude Avenue for a long time. He said if his mama thought it was good enough to live there, he was good enough for him. But yeah, I'm gonna take a left on Paris Road and head towards the interstate. And it'll open up to what they call Interstate 510. But if you go past that, there's no getting back to civilization. You're just gonna be like in fishing camps and stuff like that. Out in Shell Beach, towards Shell Beach. They got hit hard with Hurricane Nate, actually. Blackie Campo's Marina, Shell Beach Marina. It's nothing but fishing camps out. It opens up and into a, can't think of the little body of water they call it right now. But it's basically the Gulf. maybe out towards Lake Catherine, and oh, it's Lake Bourne, but it just opens up into the Gulf. It's just, it all opens up into the Gulf. It's no more land once you get past there. It's kind of marshy, maybe. The Jackson Barracks, we're passing Jackson Barracks. And once we pass Jackson Barracks, we'll be in St. Bernard Parish. A small town called Arabi. Has a sign, St. Bernard Parish. This will be Arabi, and right after Arabi is Chalmette. Called as God's country, St. Bernard Parish. Gerald's Donuts, pretty good donut shop on the left. I've had donuts there a couple times. We were on St. Claude Avenue. Once you get over to this side, it's called St. Bernard Highway. We're basically on the river. To your right's the river. Show you what the map looks like. We're the arrow. Crap. We're the arrow. We're driving parallel to the river right now. I think they had a Kaiser aluminum plant. I'm not sure if it's still open. I think it is. Kaiser aluminum's up here. Maybe a couple of refineries and stuff like that. Yeah, this area was heavily devastated because of what they call the Mr. Go. That was one of the many reasons. Is Chalmette Battlefield to your right. But this area was heavily devastated. Part in fact of the Mr. Go, which is the Mississippi River Gulf outlet. But there was many factors that came into it. Why this area got crushed with 6 to 8 feet of water at least. They made a nice recovery though, St. Bernard Parish. AJ Middle School. I took this route because I'd rather be moving than sitting not moving in traffic. I'd rather go 5 or 10 miles out the way than deal with that traffic. We'll be passing Rocky and Carlos pretty shortly. On your left it'll be. Staple restaurant in the area. People make jokes about it. They used to say that to bring you a loaf of bread to the table, the waitress would put it under her arm. I know what happened, but I don't think they do it anymore. Here it is right here. That's Rocky and Carlos. If you're in the area, make sure you check them out. Pretty good grub. Chalmette Refinery to your right on the river. Alright, we'll be turning on left on Parish Road. There ain't much to see from here. They got the ferry go across the river here. There's not much to see from here, I'll tell you that much. Be on this for about 4 miles, and then I'll be go over the Green Bridge, as they call it. Go over the Green Bridge, and then be almost at the interstate. John Fro's Meats and Grills, Par 3. Par 3's Diner, not to be confused with Par 4's. Alright, we coming up on Judge Perez Drive. That'll be the street you take to get out to the fishing camps. It's really a highway. And that's how you get to the fishing camps like Blackie Campo's and Shell Beach and all that stuff. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna end the video. It gets pretty boring from here. Do me a favor, click the thumbs up if you like my videos, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. I'm headed to Mississippi Gulf Coast. Time to go to work. Y'all have a good day. Goodbye.